deep in the village.
Nyumbani kwa babu.
Fancy feeling. Special healing.
Nyumbani kwa babu. You guys, if you haven't listened to that song, specifically that one. Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to our channel, you're my best friend.
Yes.
Welcome to Glow with McKenna, you guys. I have the amazing, my sweetheart.
It's me.
It's you.
It is I.
It is you.
The one and only.
The one and only.
One and only.
One and only. POLYCARP, some of the fancy fingers, you know, drop kwa hii kitu wewe. But Juicy has proven us wrong by being an amazing singer as well and a songwriter. And he'll tell us a bit about that. And he's also an accomplished author now.
Yes.
How does that feel?
It feels fulfilling because this is really from my heart, to be honest. Writing this series of books that I embarked on, it's something that's really dear to me. It's dear to the cause that I want to champion, which is fatherhood, African fatherhood. So it's just
feels
means
amazing.
a lot. Yeah.
So what inspired the nini kwanza when you just kia labda your album, which is amazing now to launch? It was such a dope event, you guys. You always pull the crowd. What flavor do you work with? What grace is that?
It is good. It is so good. No, but no, we don't take it for granted, to be honest.
Sure.
I mean, being in the industry for so long.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fall off the path. But we are lucky, we're blessed, and we keep doing the work as well. So that's what really matters. So my project is called Father Studies.
Yes.
Father Studies is a work of art. Let me say it like that. Put it like that. So there's the music, which is the album called Father Studies, and then there is kids content.
Yes.
That we are all doing as Sauti Soul, called Soul Kids. I am the pioneer since I'm the one who started doing it. So combination of all that, and the whole idea is to break stereotypes as pertaining fatherhood in the African setup, and just encouraging young men to be more present, to be more, to involve themselves more when it comes to raising their kids. Which is just to be more than just paying school fees, for example. Just be there for your child, interact with them as early as possible, and just do your very best when it comes to raising your child.
So when you learned you were going to be a father, did it scare you at some point?
Scared, not really. I was more excited than anything. Nervous, of course. Not scared as in, oh my God, what is this? So I was very looking forward to it. I'm always up for challenges, so I took it as it is a challenge, to be honest. It's not easy because it's a whole transition of life as you know it. So for example, I have no weekends anymore.
Wow, you just
gone down the drain for a few years, I guess. So it's something very different, and also it depends on how you receive it and how you take it as a man or as a woman if you're expecting a child. So your perception and how you really take it in and want to put yourself in that raising your child. It's all about perspective. It's all about your attitude.
How's the gender reveal like, by the way?
How was it?
How did it happen?
So it was during COVID. When we were all completely locked up in our houses. So we went to did a test, a sex test, came back home. We had it in an envelope. So my wife all along felt like it was going to be a girl. Because she had the smoothest pregnancy and she was excited. And in their culture, she's Burundian. They say that when you're really smooth, your pregnancy is smooth like that, it means it's a girl. I don't know, maybe boys are too hectic. Probably that's why. So she was very convinced. So I remember during the scan, May saw something that said otherwise. So when we got home, we did this review. We sat down, had our dinner, I had wine. I had my wine. She had her juice, but she couldn't drink at that time. And then we opened the envelope, and that was a gender reveal. It was just between the two of us.
Between the two of you.
It wasn't anything. As we like to keep our life private.
And that's so nice. The way you're in public, but still manage to keep your life private. It's amazing. And I don't think people don't know actually. Only they live in a bedroom.
Of course. Exactly. So keep it in the bedroom.
I saw what you did there.
Yes, but we delivered in the bedroom. Yes, we did a home bath. If that's what you're referring to.
Yes.
Yes, we did a home bath, and it was the most amazing experience I think I've ever been in.
Yeah.
It was very spiritual. I always like to say that. It's so spiritual. Being in that zone, seeing this birthing of this new being, living thing, I could say, coming out and saying that this is you. It was so surreal. It was so emotional, and doing it in the comfort of our home.
Yeah.
Was something that I can't take away anything from that.
Yeah.
I would do it again and again and again.
Yeah. Wow, and it's really inspiring and motivation. Should I call it motivational? Yeah. Like you've set a very good example to fathers out there.
Thank you very much.
You're so intentional in your part. Like when I follow you, you know that I am the number one fan. Shukran. Stories zako za IG.
Yeah.
So I see you posting 2 videos with your son, having fun. You have that Kanini that talks back.
Yeah.
He's over there just laughing. How does that make you feel? Did you always want to be an intentional dad, by the way?
Yes. Well, I guess until it happens is when. Sorry,
it's okay.
My phone is. Until it actually happens, until you actually become a dad, is when you actually get to understand how it is and what it takes and what you need to do.
Yeah.
So of course, before, when you're pregnant, you have your ambitions, you have your goals, you have your vision of how you're gonna raise this child. Yes. But up until you have the baby in your arms like this, it's completely different. It's completely not what you expect.
Yeah.
So, but in that sense, now when I got to that point, I was just like, I really love this. I love to be, and I'm lucky because it was during the pandemic again.
Yes.
We were home, we were not traveling, and we were stuck at home. And that made me pay more attention to the baby, to the family. And it just gave me so much happiness, so much joy to see even him being so happy to see me at home every time. Yeah. And we're very close. We're obsessed with each other.
You are actually, from the videos you can tell.
Obsessed.
Obsessed
Both of us.
The word.
Obsessed.
Aww.
Just calls me Baba. Baba. Yeah, but the whole point is just really to encourage, as I said, young African men to be more present. And none of us is perfect.
Yeah.
We make our mistakes. I am not perfect in any way whatsoever. Yeah. So I also like to preach that, because we all make mistakes, but we learn from them. Yeah. So we learn from each other as well as dads. Yeah. We talk to each other, because you know how men do not really interact with each other when it comes to us having our own issues or things that we're going through. So just to create a community for men to be more vulnerable and more present and just more human. Yeah. We all have emotions. We have emotions. Show them, like, just be open enough to know that it's okay.
Yeah. Were you raised by a present dad? As in, was your dad present?
So as you know, the generation of our dads, of our parents rather, they did the best they possibly could, or the best they knew, and that I never take it away from them. Yeah. So their present is defined differently. It's not the same as us. Okay. Yeah. So the way they raised us is the best they knew how to, with all the love they could give. And I never take anything away from that. Yeah. Of course, times change. So it doesn't mean that I am a better dad to my son than how my father was to me. Because he tried his level best, he tried to be there. He was really gave a lot.
I've asked that sensitive question because you find a lot of men wanting to be intentional dads because their dads weren't intentional.
Exactly,
so they don't want to put their kids
There's that as well, but also there's where you come from. You want to give your child better, or what you deem is better. Yeah. So it's not necessarily that your parents were not, or your dad wasn't there for you. Of course, there are those who are deadbeat dads or who are not really present. They're there, many. But for my case, I'd say my dad was there, and the relationship got better with time. Yeah. So as I grew older, he saw me more as a man, and now we could interact more in a way that's very more personal and more direct, more emotional even. So
are you the only child?
No, we're 3.
For real?
Yeah.
And are you planning to give your boy a sister?
Well,
because I'm sure amesema baba before amesema mama.
Yes.
Alisema baba before.
Alisema baba.
Baba. Yeah. So please,
I'll have to consult with my
wifey.
Yes, my business partner.
Prayer partner.
Prayer partner. Yeah, but I guess we'll see. No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But I'm under pressure. That's when you dedicated it specifically for your wife.
Yes. Yes.
Describe her in 3 words.
In 3 words, my gosh.
Yes.
Elegant, majestic, confident black woman.
Ooh, and she's really beautiful. Really beautiful.
On her behalf.
Thank you. Sorry, I am taken. Yeah, so where did you meet? Give us a little kanini about you guys, because you guys are so in love. And the good thing actually about you, ujekuwa na hizo scandals za madem.
Yeah.
Sindio, you've never been caught in the scandals za wasichana.
Yeah.
So how did you meet kwanza?
How we met? So we met in the industry actually.
Okay.
The music industry.
She was in Kenya?
Yeah, she's been in Kenya since she was 9.
Okay.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right. So she got into the music industry as well. So she used to manage Camp Mula actually.
Camp Mula?
Yes.
Okay.
When they were hot.
Yes.
And then there's a time we had a gig together, Sauti when us guys were starting out.
Yeah.
And that's where we met. So she was a fan of us. But of course she was holding herself back.
Yeah.
And that made me curious, like, hey, who is this girl? So we just started talking. Our checks got mixed up actually at that time.
For real?
So I got the Kambula check because we had no manager then, and then she got the Soul check. So we had to exchange contacts. So, we found each other on Twitter.
Wow.
So we found each other on Twitter, and then that's where it started.
That's like how many years ago?
We've been together 8 years, but we met 10 years ago.
Wow, that's so nice. What keeps you together, baby? What's the secret to marriage? Because
there's no secrets.
Squeeze a generation, divorce has become rampant.
Yes, but there are many reasons.
To that.
No, but there are many reasons to it, and also divorce has been demonized as it shouldn't be. To be honest, when you get to be with someone, I think actually we need to go back to what it means to be with someone, or who you choose to be with, and when is the right time in quotes, because there's so much pressure from society. Where let's say your mother's like, "Wait, you at work, you're given more respect if you're married," all these things. But then, what's the essence of it, or what's the essence of partnership? Or what's partnership to you? How is it defined? Partnership. So is it? It doesn't have to be within the marriage. How do you call it? It doesn't have to be within that marriage thing. So you could be together. If your definition of partnership is you with your partners just being together for the rest of your life, it's fine. You don't have to get married. That's how I do it.
That's how you
nobody should come for me.
Will divorce be an option for you? God forbid. If things go to worst.
So the thing is, again, as I said, divorce has been demonized.
Okay.
So if things do not, I'm always advocate for when things are not okay, or things do not work in a way for both of you, don't force yourself to stay in that marriage. It's as simple as that. Don't force yourself. And I guess also maybe the generation now, because most of us were kind of in a way where we were put in a corner and forced to be like, this is the path, or getting married is a trophy of life. So when you get there, like, oh my gosh, I've made it. Then once you get into it, you're like, how do you get myself into this? Maybe this is not the right person, the right inputs. And with marriages, you make it work. Nothing is ever right, to be honest. It's not that easy. It's a choice. You decide, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person. And you give it a shot. And on the way, if things go sour in a way or with mutual agreements, then you agree and you say, okay, we go apart, we have kids if you have, but we still stay as a functional family. Because divorce is always fight.
I know, right?
It doesn't have to be that.
And it's like your book is amazing. Once again, congratulations. The marketing was books. I'm sorry, my
dad.
La La Land. I know, but seriously though, you have amazing like stories inside there. Was it an intentional thing? Amatuli Amkasubuko, like, okay, let me just write a book. As in, how did that?
No. It was very intentional. So as I was expecting my son Sui, so as a dad, you kind of prepare. So as a mom prepares on her side what she prepares for the child to come, as a man, you're like, okay, how does it look like? Am I ready financially? How am I going to raise this child? What values am I going to instill in him?
Yes.
And for me, one thing that was very key was Pan-Africanism.
Yes.
Where in our world right now, as Africans, there's so much infiltration of a lot of content that's not really African. Kids grow up watching the Peppa Pigs of this world. I have nothing against them.
Yeah.
But then we just need equally what? How do I call it? Impactful or content that is African by Africans for African kids, so that when they read the book and they see this one looks like my mom, this looks like my auntie, this looks like my brother,
they can relate.
They relate with it rather than watching something. Of course, you can watch everything. You know how the world is, but know who is you, what your people are about, what's the essence of your culture, and that really helps to really mold the kind of person you will be.
And since the language is so, our baby language is so hard, let's just say it like that. Like writing an adult book is not like writing a kid's book.
Of course.
So did you write it yourself? Was the idea yours, then you gave it to somebody else to write?
So
how did that happen?
It's a mix of both. So being a writer myself, or a creative, I have the ideas, I have what I want to put out, and then now I collaborated with Melissa Waku, who is my co-author, and she has a history of writing kids content or kids books. So she knows the language, she knows how to, what to do in the books to grab kids' attention and entice. So it's a collaboration. I mean, life is about collaborating, making things work. So that's how that came to be.
How about now your Europe tour? You guys have a Europe tour. You're going to miss it. It's going to be 3 months. You guys will be away from us.
I'm going to miss my son so much. Like every time I think it's 10 days now to go, and I'm just like, am I ready?
Are you ready? But are you ready?
I'm ready for the tour. I don't know if I'm ready not to see my son. I don't know if he's ready.
Not to see you for 3 months.
Yeah, but the tour is exciting. It's going to be our best so far. We're doing in the month of April. We're doing 20 shows in 25 days. So that's hectic.
Yes.
Like on a tour bus every day, every day. Yeah. So that's crazy hectic. So we're doing April, then May. Hopefully more shows come, but we're gonna be based in the UK doing studio work mostly. And then June we're back on tour. So it's something really big. No, it's okay.
Are we expecting like a collaboration now with the outside?
Like
the international artists as well? Because we're international as well.
For sure. And we really want to cement ourselves in the markets that make sense in the world. So if that's the UK and so some European cities, the UK, Paris, what's this called? Place called Munich, Germany, and then in the States as well, LA and New York. So once you cement yourself in those areas, then your music really spreads out.
100%.
So we'll be living in both places, like Africa and that side. Switching, because that's what we need to do at this point of our career.
And since sasa tunakujua hapa kwa Sauti Sol, now that you've proven them wrong, that yes boys, I can sing.
Well, I've not really proven anyone wrong, to be honest.
They always knew.
Not really. I guess you see, as a musician, you can do so many other things. So I decided to show the side of me that I want people to see. So
when you start creating now songs with the Sauti Sol back now, see the singles, are you also going to be singing ama Sauti kwa bado hapa?
I mean, so my role in Sauti Sol is already so big and massive in itself, and it's a lot of work as well. So when it comes to composition, recording, mixing, producing, all that is really a lot. So it depends. I mean, I will for sure, but it's not something that I'm really like, saying that I have to do. But some are there already and are done, and just wait and see. The next album is really fire.
For real? You're Samaya Sauti Sol?
Sauti Sol.
So besides the EP, are we expecting more singles from you?
Yeah, one just came out. You haven't listened to my single?
Which one? No, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. There's a single that came out with me, Ben Sol, and Viri. Came out yesterday. Singles will always be there.
Okay.
Always.
Jungle between
exactly. Because it's also Soul Generation, and you want to really put out as much content out there that is Soul Generation, so that we can have playlists upon playlists of music that is quality and is Soul Generation and people love to listen to.
Yeah, so as we close up, are you guys going to go with Akina Bensol and Nevere, the Soul Generation what?
On tour?
Yeah, on the
yes,
Europe
so
tour.
that's the plan.
Okay.
So we'll see if it makes business sense also. But that's the plan. Maybe they'll come in between somewhere. We'll see how it is.
You're going to say about it, but you're considering that?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's always been the consideration. Yeah.
What's your biggest regret?
I have no regrets. Ever. Ever. Because when you live life regretting, you'll always be half-stepping.
Yeah.
Every time it's like, what if? What if? So don't live life in regrets. You make your mistakes, you learn from them.
Yeah.
So I never live life
with regrets. Yeah. Achievements, your biggest achievement so far? The one that you look back to into, like, I say you're just or anything, and you're like, yes, Mama, I made it.
Being a father.
Being a father. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. You're so cute.
It changes so much in you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Transforms you to be a better person every day, and that's just, it goes into every aspect of my life.
Yeah.
Like, piece by piece. So that's my biggest.
Tip a parting shot, my darling.
Parting shot, thank you guys for watching this. Thank you for loving my content, my album, my books. Please get my books online. You can get them at is it fancyfingers.shop. Stream our music, stream my music, Fancy Fingers, on all platforms. Stream Sauti Soul music, stream Chimano's music, stream Savara's, stream Bien's music, and more content coming for sure. More, like, we've just started, so we ain't stopping, not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to Glow Up with McKenna.
Yes.
You have to. No other way.
And guys, before I let you go, Mimi, I love Fancy Feeling. To align, like it's ever on repeat.
Are you serious?
I swear, Fancy Feeling is my best.
Oh wow.
I'm ever, like, it's always on repeat.
There's a fancy feeling deep in the village.
Nyumbani kwa babu.
Fancy feeling, special healing.
Nyumbani kwa babu. You guys, if you haven't listened to that song, specifically that one, I love all of them, but that one is my number one.
Oh, thank you.
For sure. Thank you so much, my darling, and thank you so much, guys, for watching until now. Yes. I'm your girl, McKenna. This is Glow Up with McKenna. Tuambia, the conversation does not end here. Just tell me on my Instagram handle, KESHGRACY. Who you want to see next? If I should have asked more questions from him. Unaweza niuliza, then tamtumia na tawapa majibu pale IG.
It's me Fancy Fingers.
It's me Fancy Fingers, right? Pale IG unaweza kimbia pia umuuliza maswali zako. Unaweza niuliza KESHGRACY. And thank you so much to my videographer, Aviko, the REACE Entertainment gang. Until next time, you guys, God bless. Thank you so much to guys. This place, oh my God.
Nairobi Street Kitchen.
Yeah, thank you so much to Nairobi Street Kitchen for the location to shoot from. Until next time, nawapenda.
Bye.